King's Eyes.
Yo, what's good, man? It's Through a King's Eyes, man, on my hip-hop-ish, man. We back, yo. And, yo, some good music done came out since the last time we sat down.
Yeah.
This review is on Westside Gunn, Supreme Clientele. What you know about that? That's a play on words there. Where that come from?
Hey, man, well, first of all, shout out to one of my favorite groups up north, man, definitely the Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay.
And you know that's Ghostface, Supreme Clientele, which was a classic. If y'all ain't never listened to that album, man, go back and get that.
True indeed. Yo, I'm definitely proud of Westside Gunn, Conway, that whole Griselda crew, man, because they definitely making their own wave. Sound like nobody else in this game. Yeah. On some fly shit, on some lyrical shit too. So yeah, let's get into it, man.
Man, first of all, you put me on the Westside Gunn. I've been listening to Conway for a minute, but didn't really know too much about his team, you know, because I just been listening to Conway. But man, you know, Westside Gunn, man, is a breath of fresh air, man. And like you said, they've been doing this for a little minute.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm catching up, but man, I got a chance to take listen to this album, man. Whew, man, like I had to give it to him, man. Like it gets you.
Yeah.
So a lot of these people out here trying to say this man sound like Ghostface. No, he do not. If anything, only thing I can say is like some of the beats and the production is kind of like a little RZA-ish, you know what I'm saying?
The beats and production on this album, man, is kind of top notch.
Yeah.
If you heard the Fly Guard project, the Fly Guard project was a classic. But this one right here, I think the production has stepped up. Derringer and whoever else contributed to production.
Selectors on here, and I've been.
They really stepped the production game up. And this album features Jadakiss, Busta Rhymes, Elzhi.
Yeah.
I mean Keisha Plum,
yeah.
Conway, Benny, and I mean the whole collective of records, man, is just completely phenomenal, man. I really enjoyed listeing to this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you what I had in first and took that shit out and put this right in. You know what I mean?
You don't want to admit it. I ain't gonna put you out there. Because I know what it was.
But this shit dope as fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to, every week, to see something new come out and listen to it and say, okay, let me see how long I'm gonna rock to this. And I've been rocking to this for a couple days now, man.
Me too, man. I can't even front. Like, this has been a breath of fresh air, man. Like, and for me, man, so let me go ahead and throw this out there. There's a lot of people who, you know, listen to hip hop and also, you know, they like WWE wrestling, you know, you down from the South, you know about WCW, all of that stuff like that. What kind of got me with this guy, like he was telling me, like when him and Conway together is a group they call about Hall and Nash. You know about WCW, that was Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, you know, back in the NWO days. But this album, man, he kind of took he named some of the tracks based off
the wrestling. Break that down, since you're a wrestling head. Break that down for the people out there that's not familiar.
It's dope, man, because what he was doing, like the intro, for example, man, like everybody, man, you watch WCW, I used to watch with my dad, man, you know, they always had like Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen, you know what I'm saying? One of the Four Horsemen was Arn Anderson, so he starts it off with Double A, kind of like breaking something down, and it's kind of like setting you up for the album, because it's kind of like that's how creative these guys is, like you kind of forget sometimes. And you know, it's like this album is kind of like he's comparing this project to like the career of one of the four horsemen, Chris Benoit. And so it's like Double A is like introducing the world to you know, Chris Benoit, and as you go through it, it's like just different things. I mean, like he compare like certain rhymes that he's rapping a little more intensified because they named after certain wrestlers. So like one of them, like Dean Malenko, was one dope joint, man. He murders the track. But if anybody know about wrestling, Dean Malenko was the man of 1,000 holes. Like he was just that mental mind, like he could put you in anything.
Okay.
So in the song, you know, Westside Gunn is kind of just talking about how the different ways he can maneuver, you know, and I'ma say it because, you know, he kind of talking about it, like whatever, you know, street stuff he doing. You know what I'm saying? He just maneuvering it, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, that's dope, because he's kind of like showing, like, you know, everybody noticed the man in 1,000 holes if you're a wrestling fan. And he kind of showing like, yo, I can move this, I can do this, and I move like this, and I do like that. You know, one of the tracks I think you like, Cause it's got Benny and Conway as Brutus.
Brutus
And
is
that
dope
was
as shit.
and it's kind of like they all bolstering, you know, cause Brutus was like one of them. If you know anything about it, that was one of the wrestlers that was like one of them big, mean, scary dudes. And they coming on the track like, yeah, for you rappers out there, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They coming for you. So it's like that's the dope thing about it. But you know, you go through the whole album and you start seeing like the different references, the RVD, Elizabeth, Mean Gene, Stefflon Don, one of my favorite songs, which is Steiner Brothers, because Elzai's on that.
Elzai's on that.
It's like he kind of, because everybody knows Steiner, if you know about wrestling, the Steiner Brothers was like one of the top tag teams of all time. So he's comparing him and Elzai coming on the track together like, you know, like ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying?
It's ill that you broke that. You was able to break that down, man. Let's talk. What's some of your favorite records on here?
I like so yeah, definitely a lot of wrestling references. So of course the Steiner Brothers. I like Crossface Brippler.
Yeah.
Which is actually, that move is called a Crossface Crippler, but if you understand Westside Gun, you know why he said Crossface Brippler. I ain't gotta go into detail. But Busta Rhymes on that track with Benny.
Yo, the way Busta comes on that record at the he comes in at the end, man, and I really like his flow on the shit, man. I'm like, damn. I said, damn, these niggas really got Busta Rhymes on the record.
Yeah.
You know?
For real.
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Like, wow, like they
really did
they really did their thing. I think the album was very, very, very complete, man. The song, the beat is just.
Oh, we forgot somebody though.
Who that?
Remember when you first like, yo, this album out, we listened to the tracks.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 20, which is kind of like one of them songs, because I gotta shout this out because Anderson .Paak is on there.
Yo, that's my favorite fucking.
That's why I had to bring it up.
Anderson .Paak, because first of all, Anderson .Paak is my favorite R&B artist right now.
Right now he murdered the game. He's
the way Anderson .Paak writes, he writes from the perfect man's perspective. You know what I'm saying? He writes from what we thinking in our head. You know what I'm saying? That's how Anderson .Paak writes.
Yeah.
You go back and listen to No Worries or whatever. Listen to that whole No Worries, Yes Lord album. The way he fucking writing. Listen, top notch writing.
Malibu. Shouts out to BJ the Chicago Kid too, because that's another dude that writes on that level to me, and that's why you notice TDE and a lot of those guys work with him. Definitely, that's one of Rhapsody's favorite singers. That's why he's always on her albums. You can go back to her first joints and Layla's Wisdoms, which we covered already.
For sure.
You know, he's on there. So, but just talking
WrestleMania 20, that's one of my favorite records.
First of all, the way that I put it together was because if you know wrestling, that's when Chris Benoit won his major championship in WWE.
Okay.
So the song, if you listen to it and you've heard it, it's kind of like, you know, it's like that kind of like regression. Like as he go through this whole situation, it's like that song just letting you know, like they ain't came to play no games, you know, like even if ain't no jokes, no games, you know what I'm saying? And it was like that seriousness. You could see the intensity in Chris Benoit's eye if you watch that, you know, this match in that situation, and he won a championship. So it's kind of like he's letting you know, like I got that much hunger in me, you know, I'm about to do it. So I love the way they compared it, like how he did, you know, the creativity, man. He put like this, like he did this wrestling theme type joint. Smoke DZA did something like that, but he actually did like it was wrestling tracks from the entrances, and they put beats on it and he rapped over it. Man, Westside Gun, like kind of like took the characters' essences and kind of wrote based off those characters, but put it in his own words and his own, you know, based off him. So that's dope, man. Shouts out to this dude. I'm definitely checking. Now, always been on
those finest right
there.
Man,
I've definitely been riding with Conway, so now it makes no difference for me to do that. And I'm just putting everybody there, all my boys that's on Conway, I'm letting them know you got to check out Westside Gun too.
And and I think it's very essential to say this, like Westside Gun reign has been very like organic. I remember, I think it was 2015. I went to New York. And I went to the Royce da 5'9" show. I think he was getting ready to release Layers. He had a concert, and I think Royce had a mixtape, Trust the Shooter or Respect the Shooter.
Yeah.
That mixtape, there's a song in there called The Banjo. Westside Gun and Conway was on that. Now, mind you, SOBs was packed. Royce da 5'9" is performing. He brings out Conway and Westside Gun. They come out and perform. I'm like, okay, the crowd is with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, from seeing that shit to now, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, I think they got signed to Shady after that.
Right after that.
You know what I'm saying? After that performance and all that, I'm not sure how soon after, but it's like, damn, to see where they at now, to see everybody that's lyrically, who we put on a lyrical pedestal, has stamped them. You know what I'm saying? From Royce to 5'9", Eminem, they signed to Shady, Busta Rhymes, Elzhi, Jadakiss. Like
names, man.
You know, they come on now. Like, who else is coming out as a new artist that's getting heavy stamps immediately? Like that has to say something about you that says they either respect your cloth, they respect your authenticity. You know what I'm saying? They respect what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because ain't too many people coming out nowadays. I mean,
just authentic.
Most of the lyrical heads, all they saying is like they miss the old days, or these kids and this ain't happening. This man, you know. So to see that and then just seeing like there's still like things. And I just remember too, because a lot of people be saying, well, that's old people music, but nah, man, you can't say that. It's not, and it's
you know what it is. There was a void that was missing because the young kids got what they got. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna call it mumble rap. I ain't gonna call it none of it. I like some of that shit, but for our generation, it was really like, okay, what we listening to? We gonna keep listening to what we grew up on, but now we got something new that sounds like what we grew up on, and we can,
and it's creative, and then it's like it's still got its own vibe to it, like you said, it's organic. Conway them don't sound like nobody else, and it's
the only similarity is to Jadakiss and Styles. How they go back and forth, you know what I'm saying?
Because everybody knows
they the perfect ones to do it, you know what I mean?
Check out, anytime you get a chance, people, check out Jadakiss and Styles doing like Synergy, and they've actually did a song called Synergy on Jadakiss joint, last joint I believe, you know what I'm saying, which was one of my favorite joints. And man, it's just watching them two go back and forth and feed off each other. So for them two to have that same vibe, man, it's beastly, man. Like it's crazy. It's so like natural, like he says, organic. It's like it's not even like they forcing it. Oh, I heard what you write, so I'm gonna write that. It's like they just natural. Going right at it, flowing nice, man. So man, I guess we at the point, man, where we gonna review. So I mean, what you giving, this one, man?
Shit, I give this before I give my ratings, man. We forgot to mention Keisha Plum.
Oh yeah,
Keisha Plum.
And you've had he actually met her, know her.
Yeah, I've interviewed her. I interviewed Keisha Plum. I think I interviewed her after Fly God came out. I think Fly God came out, and I met with her and I interviewed her. Very, very dope, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Her brother also is dope as well. SK Home. I mean, I'm gonna put you on after this. I'll put you on him. He's dope as shit. He's dope as shit too. Word of mother. Word of mother. But her poetry on this, it's just,
Jesus Christ.
It's like, first of all, there's nobody else out here that's rapping and then putting a poet on their record and making it sound dope. The way she comes on the record is just.
And you gotta pay homage, because I'm from the South, so I'm gonna definitely shout that out, because the last time we heard stuff like that was like Big Rube. And definitely Outkast and Big Rube, Society of Soul, if y'all don't know, the roots of that. And one day I'm gonna go through that, man, with y'all, like for the southern rappers, because I know a lot of people probably saying, yeah, it seems like y'all just do a whole bunch of up north stuff. Nah, we do everybody, man. If you lyrical, we gonna respect it. But right now, you know how the South is right now with a lot of rappers. But yeah, that definitely started, kind of like down here in the Dungeon, man. Dungeon Family doing that. Big Rube, shouts out to him, man, still doing his thing too. Still doing that on records, for Big Boy and other, other southern artists or anybody who kind of like just reach out to him and want a dope poem on there. But she's doing her thing, so shouts out to her, man. Like RVD is the song if y'all want to know which one it's on, and man, just check it out, cause like she gonna put you like. Yeah, I think TDE kind of had it, but it's not like that.
Not like this.
But not like that. But I mean, like, yeah, this is different. It just kind of takes you, because it's kind of like a nice in-between of the retro, like you say, what we came up on, and a nice mixture of this new stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it gives you, like, this. So, I mean, like, I know Nas and people like that hear this and be like, damn, yeah, you got to respect it, man. Especially Royce ain't going to stamp you if you whack. I'm just telling you that right now.
I remember.
I'm telling you, man. And Detroit is known for lyric. So they judging it. Trust me, these dudes. But yeah, you hear for yourself. And once again, I'm gonna say it again. For whoever out there trying to say these dudes trying to be Ray and Ghost, Conway do not sound like Raekwon, and this dude, Westside Gunn definitely don't sound like anybody. Only we know the person who sound and try to mimic Ghost, and that's Action Bronson. That's just, I dig some of his shit. I ain't even gonna lie, but he sounds exactly like Ghost, man. But nah, Westside Gunn don't, man. He got his own flow.
Yo, so Supreme Clientele, man. Let's talk about the cover art, man. Like, so I think it was some thought that went into the cover art. Look at that real quick and break that down.
Man, to me, it's just like, look, man, if you, it's like he say he the fly guy, so even on his gangster shit, he gotta be fly.
Right.
He got the Fendi, like, ski mask pulled over his face, but he got that AK right there showing you. And then just kind of like it reminds me, because a lot of times these, like, with this camp, they are like lyrical kind of goons, but they also are kind of like on some conscientious goon shit too. Like if that even makes sense, because a lot of their topics, they be talking about dope boy shit and gangster shit, but at the same time they kind of still have like stuff they slide in there about, you know, things is, even when they had little, you know, joints about like the little skits and things of that nature. So man, I'm looking at that and I'm just saying, like, if you think it kind of reminds you of like the Malcolm X joints, looking out the window with the AK, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and it was in black and white too, like that picture was taken of Malcolm X. So, you know, and right now with a lot of things that's going on for black men, you know, they don't just because they seem like they on some other shit don't mean they not paying attention. And I know some of the songs in there even mention that if the police coming at him, he just telling them straight up, he gonna catch a body. So I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
So some of the stuff, man, I dig it, because it's like subliminally they giving you like the way how I feel other music and other genres, or sometimes other rap or artists try to give you craziness subliminally. It's good to see, like, yeah, it comes off across one way, but subliminally it's actually giving you some good shit too. You know,
no doubt. So that's the cover art breakdown.
Yeah.
Alright, the outro on this record reminds me of some Papa Wu stuff from Wu-Tang, man. It's in the same vein, man. Westside Gunn recruits brother A.A. Rashid to talk on his outro, and it's just, it really just touched me. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Everything he's saying is fact. The music that we listen to, you know what I'm saying? If we listen to garbage, our life is gonna be garbage. So I listen to garbage. Whatever you put into your universe, it's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you thought?
I mean, same thing, man. I mean, like, all day long, you know, you listen to stuff on the radio, so, you know, and a lot of times it's kind of like he was talking about that too. Like, you know, it's kind of set up for you to kind of have your mental idle, you know, in an idealistic state. You know, even the good book says the idle mind is the bad man's workshop, you know, devil workshop. So, you know, and then basically, you know, if everything is about nothing else but focusing on negativity, then you're going to probably start perceiving negative. So you were saying, listen to good music, listen to more lyrical things to open your mind. If you don't understand it, that'll make you start trying to research and find out what this rapper or this singer's talking about. Right. So, you know, open up your mind and educate it at the same time, even through music. So that was dope, man. Right.
What's some of your favorite records over here?
So, you know, just kind of going over them, because, you know, I know the names, because they're wrestlers' names and shit.
Right. All right, so some of my favorite records on here, I definitely like Gods Don't Bleed featuring Jadakiss.
Yes, that's
Brutus with Benny and Conway.
Yours,
RVD. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth dope.
Broadface Bripler. That's one of my favorite joints because of the beat. Spanish Jesus. The Steiners with Elzai. I like the joint with Rock Marciano too. And of course, my favorite record over here is WrestleMania 20 with Anderson .Paak. And that's my top, man. I love the album, man. You know what I'm saying?
He basically did the whole album for y'all. So I'm gonna go with the same, but just add one Sabu. I think it should have been a little more longer. But
that beat was crazy.
That beat was crazy because that wrestler is crazy. Like, you know, like, once again, I told y'all about this. So Sabu is the homicidal maniac side. That's what they call him in EC. They used to jump off stuff and look like he broke his neck. So that's the stuff. That's how Westside Gunn kind of approached that track too. Like, I'm just about to go in on this joint, you know, like he with no reckless regard, you know, you know what I'm saying? So it's a dope track too. But everything he named is my favorite too. So I really gotta go over it, man.
No doubt, man. Like, alright, so we gotta give our rating. So I rate this album out of 5. So if we had to give it 5 mics, you know what I'm saying?
What you gonna do on it?
Because I like it that much, I give it a 4.5.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm not even going to front, because this is a breath of fresh air. This is one of them albums, like, you know what I'm saying, like how the Source used to do back in the day, when they just like something that's people don't really know that much about. Jedi Mind Tricks, MF Doom, and all of them back in the day when they first were starting, the Source used to rate them high. People was like, how? They didn't know nothing about them because they wasn't popular rappers. But Conway and this and Westside Gun are taking over. Trust me when we tell you.
They set the standard of the originality. And that's why you rate them so high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Westside Gun might not be the most lyrical, but the way he puts his shit together is put together very, very colorful. And he don't gotta be the most lyrical because he got Conway and got Benny. What the fuck the hell do you be? Why do I need to be the most lyrical if he
got them dudes with you,
He got the dudes with you plus he the fly guard. You know what I mean? So whatever.
And I mean, it kind of just remind me of how Killer Priest is for Wu-Tang. Like that's like a hidden gem. If there's so many albums that people slept on when it comes to him, man. And when you listen to this dude, you get a lesson. He's another teacher. So it kind of reminds me. He put them albums together. But no, 4.5 for me, man. Definitely, man. So everybody go definitely check that out, man.
Supreme Blind Tell is out. However how you get it, stream it. You know what I'm saying? Tidal. Definitely if you can. You know what I mean? Spotify, Apple Music, all that good shit.
Support them boys in Griselda, man.
Griselda.
Yeah.
Salute y'all. Shady Records. Salute y'all. Through a King's Eyes on Hip Hop Ish.
Mopo 81, man, you already know.
Alright. It's more like a Kanye record featuring Nas versus Nas record featuring Kanye. It sounds all.
Look at the world through a king's eyes.